We probably look pretty ridiculous, don't we?
I can't see anything.
You
Are we
can't?
on?
We're on. Say hi to everyone. Hi to everyone. Hi, welcome to the Good News Show. We don't usually wear these hats, but it's very, very hot. It has nothing to do with being hot in our condo, but it's just that, I don't know, we just felt like putting these hats
Because we're
on.
just in a little crazy mood today.
In a crazy mood. You're probably getting ready for the typical shows that we do, but we decided to take a break today. We decided
Because you deserve a break today.
And what
So let's get up and get away.
do you ever make these
At
hats when you were?
Morningside.
Did you ever make these hats when you were a kid?
No, this is the first time, but this is very unique.
I showed you how to, I think I look like the Flying Nun.
Oh, that's
Remember the Flying
right,
Nun?
the Flying Nun.
Oh, and welcome to our program.
Sally Fields.
Don't forget, no, that's not the Flying Nun. That's
No, you're
Mr.
doing
Mrs.
Julia
Child.
Julia Childs, okay. Oh, we better,
We're really off the wall.
let's hone it in.
Nah, never mind. We
And
won't.
here's Mika.
Yeah, if you're wondering who this is, Mika, wait,
She's
look
going
this
the
way.
wrong way.
Wait,
she's gonna break her neck.
Hi, Mika. Look at her eyes are bugging out. Hi, how are
This is
you?
Boo.
Hey, dude. How you doing, dude? I'm sorry. Look at her.
Of course,
Dad.
now Doreen and Holly are going to be thrilled that they get to see Mika.
Hi, Mika. Look in the camera. Look over there.
Sad
Look.
over there.
Look. Say hi, Holly. Right
Say
over there. Say hi, Doreen.
Hi, Holly.
Well, this is what happened. We've had a very busy week, and Cheryl usually spends all day Friday putting together the show. And, and I spend all day Tuesday putting together the show for the Bible study one. And I figured since I got out of doing Bible study.
Guess what didn't happen?
Yeah. And then I looked at her and I said, I want you to take a week off and we'll just go up and roll the cameras and see what happens. And normally when we do this crazy stuff, you guys sit here and you go, that was the best show you guys ever did. But anyway, do you like our hats? You see, we're so disorganized. We haven't really set up. So normally we do big scene changes. We go from plants to papers. That's the difference between the Good News Show and this regular show. What are we? Oh, we're in the Good News Show. Yeah.
We are doing the Good News Show today.
But
so welcome to the Good News Show. And if you're a new viewer,
yes, this
I
is
bet
not.
you're thoroughly thrilled that you turned in today, and this is not a typical boring show.
Yes, and that sign came up that I said I'm a pastor. They call me that. I don't know why, but
They
do.
just call me Cheryl.
They call her Cheryl, and I think she's a pastor because she takes care of people like I take care of people. And to me, to be a pastor is a shepherd, and you take sheep and you say, eat that food, don't eat that food, come over to this garden, get away from that. You're going to get hurt over there. The wolves are going to get you. You just love people. You just like protecting people, and that's all it is to be a shepherd. So we have no format for this show. Normally we're very organized. We have little scripts. We go through this. Cheryl does her segment. Liv does a movie. We have all these different things that we do, but not today.
So come back next week and you'll see all of that.
you'll
But
see our
today you
regular-
get a special show. Can I take the hat off?
Yes, we're
I
going to take our
can't
hats
see.
off, okay? There we go. I'm going to put our hat. Wait,
Can we do it like
organize
that?
it? Can we?
There, look, you can see a little bit of it.
Okay, I'll just do like
Da-da-da.
that. It's funny to do this because you're doing it backwards and stuff.
I know.
And I'm all flat. There we go. But anyway, welcome to the program. I'm Pastor Rick, and this is my wife Cheryl, and this is Mika, who's laying in the front here. Oh, Liv, you got to come over. Oh, Liv, come fix the camera a little
Yeah,
bit.
you need to see Mika's
You need to
head
see Mika's
on
head.
the Bible.
Just come over here and
She
just
is our spiritual.
see. We don't have cameraman. Liv leaves the room, and
She's
she's
leaving the control room
gonna
now,
and she's
in
going
a
to
minute,
move, and she's going to move the
very
camera
carefully.
down.
Whoa.
Oh, that's much better.
There, that's beautiful.
That's not-
Mika's going to sleep on the Bible.
Thank you. And you even see our hats a lot better and everything like
There
that.
we go.
And anyway,
Awesome.
so anyway, what we decided we were doing, I told Cheryl, I said, I want you to bring these things.
We have props.
Yes, we have props. But I wanted to be a thank you show. I just really, there's two things that to me make absolute sense in life. I teach a lot of things in Bible study, things that get very, very complicated, and you can learn a lot of things. But if I was to narrow down two things in life spiritually that you really need, I believe it's gratefulness and gracefulness. I say this over and over again. And if you really looked at your life, you would sit there and you would say to yourself, there were times to be grateful. Mm-hmm. The Bible says we enter his gates with thanksgiving. Okay, that sounds complicated, but it's really simple. If you're sitting at the dining room table and you're complaining, you're not entering the gates of God. To me, you're in hell. I mean, to me, complaining and criticizing and being mad at each other is really the kingdom of darkness or just the kingdom of Satan, whatever you want to call it, right? But do you ever sit at the table and be thankful? Geez, thanks, Cheryl, for preparing this food. thanks Cheryl or thanks Liv for doing the dishes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. When you get into a thank you mode, you'll sense a spirit, you'll sense a presence that's nice to be in. It's peaceful, it's joyful, it's wonderful. Now start complaining and criticizing and, wanting more out of life and you're not getting it and people are never measuring up to you and there's an awful feeling. So I really, that's why we did a show on gratefulness.
Yes.
I'm grateful for sure.
And I think when you have that spirit, it attracts.
Oh.
It attracts people to you because obviously, in our day, what was it? You attract more, flies is a horrible thing, but you attract more people with honey than you do with vinegar.
Yes.
And it attracts. People want to help you, do chores or whatever. I still remember the story of the rocks around our house that you told. It attracts.
It attracts people because you move away from pain, you move towards pleasure. I just talked to a woman in the cafe and she's like, I scream at my kid. She was a grandmother's kid. She's like, I scream at my kid all the time. I said, yeah, I tried that. It doesn't work. I said, it finds like if I sit on the side of a bed and have a nice heart-to-heart conversation with somebody, which I do with my daughter or my wife, whatever, and I said, what basically happens is that they're, I get a hug later. Thanks for talking to me, or it's because it's very peaceful and it's very nice.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really. Yelling. The Bible says goodness leads to repentance. You want people to change, be good to them.
Yeah.
I've had this silly concept. This is crazy. Don't email me and tell me I've lost my marbles. But I always wondered, well, we have Guantanamo Bay or whatever you call it, and you guys can keep doing what you're doing, and and taking these prisoners and and punishing them and making them naked and everything. And I always thought to myself, I wonder what would happen if we took terrorists and we took them to Orlando and brought them into Disney and got them to show them this and brought them in the best restaurants in New York and in Chicago Steakhouse and got them to see the Rockies and just, took them on a field day. And how to meet some of the nicest people in America and stuff like that and wine them and dine them and stuff. I always wondered, would they sit there and go, I don't want to kill America. These are good people here. These are nice.
It's a nice place to vacation.
It's a nice place to vacation. It's not, how do you get people to vacation? You're nice to them. Just be nice. But what do we do is we prove them right. Americans are terrible people. So what do? We strip them down.
They're brutes and they're angry.
Yeah, and we attach,
greedy.
cables to them and, and it's like, yeah, well, now I'm sure they really like us.
Yeah, they like us now.
Well, a beat horse only runs for a short time. And I know that goodness, my wife, in my worst times, has been good to me, and same with my daughter, and same to me with them.
Yeah, and vice versa.
So you're grateful for the good times. And here's the thing, we're not perfect. The Bible says we've all sinned. When I was in the cafe, I was talking to somebody and saying, you feel free to interject in any of this. But she said, we've become like Catholics. And I said, when it comes to sin, she goes, there's mortal sins and there's venial sins. Now we're like, that's just a little sin. And this
the different levels?
The different levels, well, I'm not that bad, what I mean?
I've never done that.
And I think that's the way we kind of look at it. And so, but when you're someone like me, the Bible says that where sin abounds greatly, so does grace. I have a lot of grace in my life for people because I've done a lot of stupid things in my life. And it's very easy for me to give grace because at times, 95% of the time, 5%, sometimes I'm too tired and just too, but for the most part.
That's when you get to receive the grace.
Yeah, you receive it, because now you're having your bad day.
Right.
So it is like, these are the two things that I so work in my life. I'm grateful and I'm graceful. What happens when you're balanced like that? You see people differently. We got married, I say this over and over again, we got married for better and for worse. That means I have a good, bad marriage. Now what happens is we focus on the good when we first go out, and then you've been married for so many years, you focus on the bad. But it's just focus. You forget the good that's in your marriage.
Yeah, when you first get married, you never had a problem with the cap off the toothpaste or the toilet seat up. Isn't that cute? Socks all over the place, and then 5 years later, you're ready to hang him by his socks.
I watched the Joe Biden, young man, Joe Biden's son passed away. Beau Biden passed away at 45. I was listening to Dr. Obama, President Obama deliver the eulogy. And what went through my mind is, it's amazing when we're at funerals, we focus on all the good. It doesn't seem like the focus that on funerals, we don't seem to sit there and go, let me tell you the things I didn't like about this guy, And I thought to myself, shouldn't we just always be having these discussions of of the good, you know? I mean, the bad exists, but can we magnify the good rather than just focus on the bad? Because all of us, we've all feel bad. So we're going to spend the rest of this program here today focusing on the good and the good that you guys have done for us.
Yes,
you know, I want to begin this program with, you know, what is a very, very, very valuable commodity? Do you know what's a very valuable commodity? Okay, one of them is money, but there's another one that's a very valuable commodity. Because we always put it together with money. Time.
Time and money.
Time and money, okay? And some people give me their time and some people give their money. So, you know, and it's really neat. You know, I have a friend, you know, I have two friends. They live in Celebration. If you're watching right now, I'm going to wave to you, Kim and Karen. And I just think it's so cool. You know, I had some time on the phone with the both of them. We had this long conversation. And Karen is more than a friend. She's like a sister to me.
Yes.
You know, we just could talk about everything. But I just,
Liv calls her Aunt Karen.
yes, you know, but she's like a sister to me. I talk to her the same way I do my sister, and we run ideas by, but she's a sister. And I don't want to sound real spiritual, she's a sister in Christ. No, she's just like a sister. You know, she's more than a friend. She's like, and we just have this conversation. And when I got off the phone, I thought, isn't that neat? You know, people are busy, and people don't have a lot of time on their hands.
This is true.
So when somebody sits there and talks to you for an hour, I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful because you gave me your time today. You took time out of your busy life and your schedule to say, you are valuable to me and I'm going to talk to you. And you know, we don't realize how valuable it is for somebody talking to us until somebody's mad at us and doesn't want to talk to us anymore.
Yes.
You ever notice that?
Yes.
I can't believe it. I feel terrible. So-and-so doesn't want to talk to me anymore. Well, maybe you took talking to that person for granted. So I want us today to be grateful to the people that talk to you, people that say hi to you, and people that spend, you know, give you a little bit of their time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and you know, because people's time is very valuable. So Kim and Karen, thank you for giving me your time this week and talking to me.
The gift of time.
Cheryl, you have anybody that gave you some time the week that you had a good time with, or?
Well, my friend Doreen, our friend Doreen from Canada, she calls me at least once a week.
Yeah.
So it's always nice to spend time on the phone with her, and we chat a little bit.
She watches, doesn't she?
She watches our show.
So hi, Doreen. And Doreen not only gave us time, but you know, Doreen, you sent us a check, and
she did both.
You gave us time, and then you also gave us money.
A
And
wonderful gift.
Oh my gosh, I want to say thank you so much. It's already been put to use for ministry and the stuff that we do. And you know, money, sweetheart, is hard to part with. You know, time is something that we all have limited, and money is limited. So Doreen, thank you, thank you, thank you. I looked at this check, I looked at my wife, and I was like, you got to be.
We were just dumbfounded.
I will tell you, it was a good amount, and it's being put to good use as we're moving back. But I know that Olivia and Mom Cheryl here, we're all grateful for you, Doreen, and the things that you know you've done. And thank you. You know, more than anything else is friendship. This has been a wild week of just. And then I got another person who had gone through some tough times, and. I want to say Ted and Elise, and Ted and Elise has always, you know, been one of those people. Hi, babe. You want to say something? Uh-oh. Our kid is coming on this. I love this, that she has the courage.
When Olivia wants to come out and say a few words.
Here, can you talk close to my microphone? Here, where am I?
Or you can just translate for me.
Just talk really loud.
Here we go. Here we go. I got it close. Here we go.
We were talking about Doreen, and I just want to say that I love you. You're awesome, so.
Oh my gosh.
She's probably going to cry when she sees this.
But yeah.
What is about Doreen that just...
When she was here visiting, she's just so nice to me, and it means a lot, so just want to come say that.
Oh,
Wow.
that's so sweet.
And you had something very, very special happen to you this week, didn't you?
With Hubie.
There's a guy he doesn't call himself a prophet, but he certainly is. His name is U.B. Sin, which is kind of a...
Hubie Sandy.
He was the one that prophesied, if you're familiar with the book, The Harbinger, he prophesied over Jonathan Cahn that he would do this book and it would become an international bestseller, and he was right on. He prophesied over Derek. I'm not really into football, but somebody who was going to catch this pass, he prophesied over that, and it came to pass. And he prophesied over me, but he prophesied over you. And I was so proud of you that you went up and wanted this to happen.
Yeah.
And you could see that he was truly a man of God. And he said, what is it that he said to you that just so I don't know, just really got to you.
He said I need to stop trying to act like an adult and just be a kid.
So, but what did he tell you about your ability to be successful? And
Yeah.
He said she would be very successful
Yeah.
and that she was very creative.
Yeah, he just, we're not giving you the specifics, but I'll tell you, he was so on the mark. He prophesied over me, and he prophesied over. He said things to me, and I was like, "Oh my gosh," very
Yeah,
encouraging.
he was pretty
But anyway,
awesome.
so we are thankful. As you can tell, Doreen, we love you all. But you can stay if you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might as well.
You might as well. Okay, she's going to stay. But I was talking about Ted and Elise, and Ted had been went through little challenging things, and it's normal, it's life, and But Ted was one of these people that he was in the church, and I was talking about him, and I'm hoping you're watching this, Ted.
He will.
Because I was talking to somebody, and we were talking about bringing people to Christ, and we were talking about softball teams. And I said, I know the man used to beat himself up, because, Ted's a lot like me. Do I fit in? Am I doing the right thing? And, he's gone through some challenges and relationships and stuff like that. But Ted, I have an incredible admiration for you because of the fact that, you would play softball and you'd make everybody stand around and you'd give them a little sermonette. And it's not something that people wanted. But I will tell you this, Jesus was persecuted. And, when you do the right thing, it's very, very difficult. And I have a lot of respect for you in the time you did. I know you had a very profound effect on Steve Castaneda's life, and Steve affected his family. And we had people who came to church because of you, and I will be forever grateful that you gave your time to me by coming to church. You gave your time to others. And, and the other thing is that you sent us money. And, when I talk to you privately on the phone, I will tell you where that money's going to, the good Lord told me to put it to, and you're going to be pretty excited about this. In probably about a month or so, I'll probably be able to share what our vision is and where we're going with things and stuff like that. But, Ted and Elise, money is tight. And thank you so much for what you've done for our family. And, we're so far away, and you haven't forgotten us, and you've been there for us, and you've been a good friend. And I love talking to you. And how many days we got before we're home?
95, I believe.
95 days before we pack up, before we're on the road and we hit home and stuff like this. And anybody else you want to be thankful for before we do the little thing on the side here?
Let's see. Well, always Steve from Maine.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I got to talk to him on the phone this week.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
So
we just-
another one gave you time and
Yeah, it gives me time and money, these two valuable commodities and stuff. So, when you're in ministry,
we get to go shopping tomorrow.
Yes, yes. We buy food.
Yay.
Yeah. We're not in a place where we're like, we're gonna buy a new church building. We're like
Yeah,
we're
no,
in
we're gonna
survival
buy
mode.
food.
The neat thing about this ministry is you give something and you know exactly where it goes and
Yes.
stuff. But I had a great. Steve. I'm hoping you're watching this right now. But you are such a gentleman. You really are. I talk to you, and you always lift my spirit. You have something positive to say about things, and I imagine you are such a good person to work for, to work with, because I imagine the employees just think the world of you, and I think it's wonderful. I look at people like Bill Gates, who rewarded people, quite. They made a lot of money working with Bill Gates, and I know you do the same thing, and I just think it's the right thing to do, and I really respect that, and I know you may have learned stuff from me, but remember, I'm learning stuff from you too. And I can't believe that you're the same guy that we walked into our building in Kissimmee, and we're sitting there, and I was like, "Hi, who are you?" And you got talking. You were from Maine and stuff. And boy, I'll tell you, if I would have known the friendship I would have developed with you, and we did spend some time with you, but I would have spent a lot more time. So I'm looking forward to your next trip to Florida, so we can really spend time together. And I'm going to need your advice and Ted's advice and Doreen's advice and Kim and Karen's advice and everybody that's, a part of this little teeny weeny ministry, as we take this to another
Whole other level.
to a whole other level. But thank you for Steve. And I know she's here with us here, but I want to thank her. There's a woman that, and we bring her over. She's 70-something years old. Her name is Marion.
Oh, yes.
And Marion has been one of those people that
Lives adopted grandma.
oh my gosh, she reminds me of Cheryl's mom, but a little more
Functional.
functional and stuff like that. But she's a good friend, and she's been wonderful in giving us you know, money, her time and money. I mean,
Yes.
you know.
Yeah. We have a lot of fun. We
She
go.
brings popcorn over.
Yeah, we go shopping and all kinds of
You know,
stuff.
there's bunches of people. Someday we're going to bring them all on the show and recognize them and stuff
Wow,
like that.
we would fill this condo.
Yes. And there's somebody out there that who's done beaucoup, which is French for lots of lots.
Above and beyond and
above
beyond
and beyond
and
that I want to
abundance and beyond.
recognize. But I gave us something this week, and all I'm going to do is bring on the cushions.
So you
I'll
can
take
figure
one.
out what it is.
Gee, I wonder who gave us this stuff.
wonder.
Jeez, I don't, I will tell you this, Jacqueline, I know you don't like to be recognized, probably especially here because you don't want people hitting up on you and stuff like that. But to Darvin and Jacqueline, thank you for our friends. They took us out to eat in a wonderful,
Yes.
wonderful.
For my adoption birthday.
Yeah, it was
Yes, for your adoption.
celebrating
tell them
Liz.
about what the adoption birthday is so they'll know.
June 4th, 2009, after a 7-year, very long time, because we got Olivia when she was 3.5. On June 4th, 2009, we got to officially adopt her into the family. So that is her birth date. So we get to celebrate with our friends at this beautiful restaurant. Oh my gosh.
And while we were there, they gave us these cushions that go to these chairs, that go to this table. It's all made out of wicker. That's outdoor furniture.
Oh, beautiful patio set.
Beautiful,
glass
beautiful,
top,
beautiful.
but a smoke glass top. It's really beautiful. It looks brand new, as
Yeah,
you can tell by
the pillows and
cushions, and it's
everything
by Better Homes.
Yeah.
So
Yes, I mean this is class stuff.
so now we will use this as probably our dining room table when we get to someplace.
But she has done so much to
Above
help.
and beyond, in
above
abundance.
and beyond. And while we have pillows and we're talking about nice people, I'm hoping that you're watching, Carol, and your husband
Scotty.
Scotty, I didn't know if it was Scott or Scotty. Scott.
Oh well, we'll say Scotty.
We'll say
Scott,
Scotty, okay?
or whatever.
And Carol, thank you so much. We know you're back home in Minnesota. Where do they
Okay.
live?
Michigan.
Michigan, sorry, thank you.
I know it was an
Her
M.
daughter Lauren has helped Liv with photography like
Yeah.
crazy, and we're so grateful. And Carol, you and Scott, thank you so much for all you've done with us in the ministry.
And then her son helped me get my website up.
Son helped you get the website. I apologize, Liv doesn't have a microphone. I'm hoping she gets picked up on mine here if you don't hear
Her
it.
son helped.
But anyway, Carol, thank you so much for helping me put on the Blue Eye event. You've helped me with the screen and getting a projector and all the things we needed. And somebody at the last minute gave me money, and I was able to get a spotlight. There are just so many people that have just helped this out, helped this
Well, like you
ministry.
said,
so
with the vision, when you present the vision, and I think people recognize that it's from God, and all the people that we've just mentioned are being obedient to God. And it's not that we ask, but they hear from God once they see the vision, and they pray about it, and they're obedient to God, and that's how it goes.
Yeah, so anyway, and now,
And then there's the sainthood.
yes, and then there's people that are the sainthood, and I'm going to call her. I don't think she normally watches this, but we're going to call her up and let her know to watch this one. And two absolutely wonderful, fine people in my life is my brother-in-law Roger and my sister Jean. Roger is a school teacher who's given me such great advice when it came to the speaking business, and I owe a lot of my success, I fill up here, to this man. And not only that, if you hear my jokes and they're funny, he's the one that gives me all my jokes. Unfortunately, there are many jokes that he tells me that I can't use in church, nor can I use them on this show, but they do make me laugh. And since I'm laughing, I'm losing lots of weight. So laughter is good medicine. But Roger's been more than a brother-in-law. He's like a good friend, and he's been really. He's just a good guy, and he's, don't think that all the wonderful people in the world run for president, and there is just a lot of good people in this world that go unnoticed. But the one
That do the everyday little things.
Yeah, did you want to say something? Oh no, you were touching me. I didn't know. That just playing with my arm. That's okay.
Oh, okay.
But I would tell you, his wonderful wife, which is my sister, sent us this gift this week that I know took
I can't even believe.
This hours upon hours upon hours to make. She made for us. Here it is. She will bring it on the set here. This is like the Ark of the Covenant. Look at this thing.
This is the
a
most beautiful
quilt.
quilt. I hope this camera and Mika do it justice.
Oh my God, it matches Mika.
It matches Mika. All my favorite color. Now, she just said, what colors do you want? And I said, well, you know, like beige and tans and creams and black, okay? So, I don't know, can you see? I mean,
Yeah,
look,
yeah.
everything is just, and this matches our bedroom furniture. Unbelievable. We have 2 large pictures, oil paintings in our room, and how, I said, did you take a picture?
Now, she made this. I hope you understand that she
By-
made it.
yeah.
By hand.
I mean, I asked if she took a picture. Liv's
Liv
going
is
back,
sneaking out.
back to the
There you go.
control
She
room. Look at
lived-
Mika. Why is
Liv on the
why is she
floor?
crawling on the floor?
But it's so neat because, oh, you want to
Oh,
do a
she's
close-up?
going to do a close-up.
All right, that's
oh
why.
my
You're
gosh,
so
she's
good,
so
Liv.
good. But
You
this
got a
is
close-up
so
here, Liv?
beautiful.
All right, Liv is telling me, wait a minute.
She's gone
We're
to the
gonna go for a
control room.
close-up.
Dun, da, da, da.
Can
Look
you
at that.
see
Do you
that?
see how beautiful this is?
Yes.
I mean, look at this. Look at all
Now,
the
she had
different,
a trouble. She said she was struggling with putting the black and white polka dot in
which
it.
is my favorite.
But this is like the best part of it all. But
Yeah.
this so matches our paintings and
Yeah, the bottom of our paintings have that kind of iridescent color in it. And I said, did you take a picture when you were here visiting? And she said, no.
And
She
it's
just went in the
just-
store. She said, I just knew that was, so that I think this was God inspired because God led her to the polka dots and also led her to the border and show on the inside too. I mean, this is not just a one-sided thing, but look at the inside of this.
oh,
Look at the beautiful color. Can you see that? Oh, she's coming, because look, isn't that just gorgeous? We'll try to get it without the shine, but isn't that beautiful? Just beautiful.
So for all of you out there, we just want to let you know that for a gift of $10,000, my sister will make up one of these for you. I just wanted to do that.
She just passed, Jeannie
Jeannie
just
just passed out.
She's like,
hey,
I don't
Jean,
have
guess
enough."
what? We've made $1 million, but you've got about 7 million orders.
Yeah, really.
No, I'm just kidding.
You've got a lot of quilts to
No,
make.
this is just made with love.
We're going to wrap it up because it's going to
Our new
Florida, and it will debut in our new room, wherever that is. And so we're going
But you know, this is just kind of the things that happened this week that we are thankful for.
Mm-hmm.
But remember this, I am thankful for my brother Don and his wife Rachel. I am thankful for my sister Judy.
We have a
and
wonderful family.
You know, and Roger, and I'm thankful for our aunts and uncles and friends we know back home. And I've got friends back home that have been wonderful to us and have done little things for us in the ministry and stuff like that. But it's this, you know, I just hope that you spend, this is Sunday, and if you're watching this on Sunday, Sunday's the first day of the week. But I'm going to challenge you to do this. Be grateful for the good, bad people in your life. You know, maybe it's a mom that's a little rough on you, and you know, but focus on her good and focus on her bad. Maybe you've got a dad that's, you know, is a good, bad person. Maybe you've got a husband, a wife, or whatever. You know, we are good, bad people. This is a good, bad ministry. We are good, bad people. We got married for better, good, and for worse. So, and just learn that the way you survive in life, do it for you, is to be grateful when things go well, but be graceful when things don't go so well. You know, because if you look for faults, you're going to find them in people and stuff like that. And I will tell you this, I believe it's the law of attraction. And I believe that when you are grateful, that good things flow to you. They really do. You know, we didn't ask for a lot of these things, and we just, and you know, and I say this to you folks out there. Yes, maybe you're grateful for Cheryl and I, but we'll ask you this, I'll beg you this, be graceful for us also, because we're not perfect. I will say things, you know, sometimes I have this real bad habit of you know, trying to help people because they've helped me. And in that point of trying to help someone, maybe they don't really want, you know.
They're not ready.
They're not
or
ready.
They don't.
And it's just, I don't have a mean bone in my body. I just want to help people, and sometimes helping people ends up hurting them.
Yeah, and you're also a teacher, so you
Yeah,
go
you kinda
in. You
teach,
go
so-
into.
So when I do those things with every one of you, that when I drive you crazy, just give me some grace and give my wife grace, because we're all on our Jesus journey, and we're all doing the best we can. If all we could be is like Mika, the world would be a better place. Well, here it's time to close the show.
Oh,
All
okay.
right?
Let me
No,
move.
okay. You want to put that back?
Yes.
All
thank
right.
you. Oh,
Now it's time to say goodbye. to all our company. I don't know what I'm going to be spelling.
We can't spell that.
GOODNEWS. Good news. Good news.
Oh, there I am.
Forever let us hold our banners high. High, high, high. High. Oh, and this one. Romper, bumper, bumper, boo. Tell me, tell me, tell me, boo. Magic mirror, tell me today. Have all my
wait.
friends had fun at play? Wait,
Won't you be my neighbor?
wait, hold on.
Oh, wait.
Hold on. Oh, I see Bobby. I see Karen. I see Doreen. I see Lisa. I see that I'm looking at the television and I look like a nut. So anyway, my daughter is laughing. That's why my dog is
Mika's
looking.
going, oh,
Well,
dear.
anyway, if it's the first time you watched
If
the
this
Good
is
News
your
Show.
first time watching the show, I'm so happy that you hung out to the end.
Well, I will tell you this. There are two purposes in our lives. These are the two things we try to live by, gratefulness and grace. But remember this. What is life all about? It's to know Him and to make Him known. I want you to know that Jesus is the greatest one that has changed my life and my wife's life. I look ridiculous crying with this hat on, but
And
this is...
I will say as we end, remember that there is good in the world if you can be the good.
Bye-bye.